Today we're going to review Chapter 96 for Dragon Ball Super, and let me tell you, there's not a lot of nuts in this chapter. So to start off this review, I'm just going to pretty much go straight to it. It's the same thing as literally the movie. We're still in this little dynamic where everybody is getting a little concerned of, is there going to be anything different? Is there anything going to be like something we can use as a lore or a theory or something? But there's not a lot, unfortunately, in this chapter, but there is Goten and Trunks. They do a big performance in this chapter, but unfortunately, when Krillin and everybody shows up, there is no Sergeant Nuts in this chapter. And we're all wondering where she is. So to start things off, Bulma is telling Trunks that he is not grounded because, well, superheroes should not be going around fighting people in the first place. So pretty much let chaos happen, but also at the same time, you know, maybe tell your mother next time. Just be like, hey, I'm going to be like Gohan. I want to be a superhero. I'm going to go fight crime. Maybe she might get away with it because, as you see, Gohan got a suit from Bulma. That could work. Just saying. Maybe next time say that instead of getting grounded. But other than that, he's getting told about the whole scenario, what's going on with Piccolo and Gohan right now. Then Goten comes along. He has to tell him the whole scenario all over again about Dr. Hedo is involved with this one. And sure enough, they're all happy, excited, and they get to tag along with Krillin and Android 18 and all of them to the area. But then we get to the part where there's the big fight happening with Orange, Piccolo, and Gamma, of course. This is, I will say, very intriguing to me because I love, it just felt more into it. I don't know if it's because it was showing a lot more like fierce fighting from Gamma trying to literally try to take out Orange Piccolo than what we saw in the movie. It's just, you could tell there was something, like, his face went from happy to, like, scared. And I love that in this chapter for that reason. And yes, you get to see the gaps in the movie, but guess what? It's not good enough. And I love the chapter for this. But back to the manga, this is where Orange Piccolo shines by showing his true powers towards him. And yes, I know it's from Shenron, and a lot of people can complain about that. I've already made a video about that topic. You can check it out in the description below. But before that, yes, a lot of people did not like the wish, unfortunately, because with the whole Shenron thing. This really shows that he can fight in this new power. He is way beyond his power limit, and I love it for that purpose. And I don't know how to tell you. The fight was just amazing. I love how they stretched it out a little bit more. It was just good. So, good on you guys for literally doing that besides the movie. Wish the movie was like that more, but still solid, you know? Still solid. I love it. But anyways, moving on. This is where I think is very intriguing that they put in the story instead of just going straight to the point where Magenta is going to unleash Cell Max. I love how Dr. Hedo is like, something's off about Magenta. I better go follow him. And then you see him like traveling in these little like roller coasters or whatever. And it's really cool. I love it for that. And I love how they have like the corniness. And I really wish they had this in the movie because it felt so unique. And I could just see it in my mind, like, playing out, like, hold on a second, let me get my suit on, and, you know, I thought that was just awesome. I loved it for that. It would be really cool if it was in the movie for that purpose, if they really wanted to bring out, like, the OG Dragon Ball. I feel like if they really wanted to hit for the old fans, that would have been perfect for the movie. But yes, Cell Max gets revealed, and he's out there, and sure enough, I was on board with this chapter, 100%. But then this is where things turned on everything for me, which was Goten and Trunks becoming superheroes in their suit. And I was like, okay, that's cool. When does Gotenks come in this? So that part I was a little concerned of because I'm like, how's this going to play off with the movie? I know I can understand they're trying to, you know, bring out the story a bit more, stretch it out, change it up a little bit. I get that because they know for the fans are getting slightly bored. I understand that. But no offense, like, I just feel like the super chapter with the guys, X1, X2, just, I feel like that should have been left from the last chapter, from like the volume, I guess, if you want to call it. Leave it in that. That was their time, and leave it. Did you see Gohan be like, oh, hey, I'm going to be a superhero, but I'm going to do it for the whole thing? No, Gohan didn't do it for the whole thing. Yes, he revealed that the tournament and stuff like that, but once that happened, he didn't care about being dressed up like a superhero. He was just focused on getting the job done with his father and Vegeta. So that part I like, but in this, I just feel like they're trying to bring back the corniness a little bit, like saying like, oh, we have these superheroes, I'm dressing up like Gamma and stuff. And like, I understand we can go both ways of be like,
well, he's a superhero, this is a superhero story, we gotta put superhero.
I understand there's multiple ways of how they could have done this, I get that. It's just, there's a part of me that just felt like it just not the same. And it just felt like it would have been more funner if it was just Goten and Trunks, being themselves instead of actually being like, we have to disguise ourselves now and not show who we are as, as actual warriors. And I would have loved that personally more, because if they did something like they did with the Moro series with all the Z-Fighters, where they actually fought like they would, now to have someone disguise and be like, I gotta act like I am on the streets here or something. So hopefully, I'm not entirely sure what's gonna happen next chapter, but I'm very curious to see where this is gonna go. And if it changes my perspective of what the story's gonna happen, maybe they lose the suits at one point, that's great, whatever. But that's fine. It's just, I need a little more content here of why you want to do this and stuff like that, but they just kind of left it on like a cliffhanger, like, hey, we're superheroes now, we're gonna go fight. So that part kind of killed the buzz for the chapter for me. I didn't mind it. I don't mind them being superheroes. It's just I felt like we've already seen enough of them, and I just felt like it should have been left in that that time of the volume for the manga. But yeah, I don't know. That's just my opinion. But the one big question is, what is your thoughts on this? Now, I will give a rating out of this of 7 out of 10 because the last one was 5 or 6.5. But yeah, this one has to be a 7 out of 10 for me. I have to give that as a rating. Like I said, the chapter was good, but still, it's a little bit still on the note of what the movie's about. So I can't really be too surprised about what's happening in this chapter. It's not like Black Frieza showing up. That was a huge surprise. So that's why I gotta debunk it a little bit and be like, okay, well, this is not new. This isn't out of the blue, something like an idea or something that came out of the blue like that. It's already been used, right? So that part is where I have to drop the ranking for that. And then also too, like I said, I'm not a big fan of the whole Goten and Trunks trying to become superheroes against Cell Max. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's alright, but it's not something I was kind of looking forward to that part personally. So 7 out of 10 for me, but I want to hear your thoughts about this. Let me know down in the comment section below. What is your rating for this chapter? Is it the same thing as me? Do you like the whole Goten and Trunks thing? Do you really like the idea where nobody listens to Gohan about him saying he can't see without glasses? Because I feel like he said it so many times that nobody listens in the manga. Is there a person in this manga that knows what's going on? Because I feel like Piccolo did not listen at all, and he says he can hear well. Well, apparently this time, he didn't. He didn't listen. And I feel like he should have learned from that. That's just my opinion. But anyways, guys, hope you guys are watching. Hit a like for more, subscribe new, and I'll see you, of course, in the next videos. Peace out, everybody. Have a great day.